Hello everyone and welcome back. Lovely to see you all, if only I could, obviously. Aren't we just enjoying this glorious weather? I'm definitely a summer baby. Well, actually I'm not, I'm Capricorn, so I'm January, but I love the sun. And just all the beautiful colours in the flowers, looking up to the sky and seeing the green against the blue. Oh, it's just so invigorating. Anyway, back to makeup and skincare. This week, finally, I'm going to go through some of my favourite Lisa Eldridge makeup products. And I didn't realise this would happen, completely coincidental. I actually was with her a couple of days ago because she's just launched in Selfridges. And because of that, to celebrate, she's launched a new colour of lippy. So I thought I'll change the look that I was going to do and use the new lippy. So I hope you enjoy. But before that, I'm very excited to say that I'm working in collaboration with Cetaphil. Now, Cetaphil is the #1 dermatologist's recommended skincare brand in the UK. That's something, right? They really want to take care of sensitive skin. And let me tell you, it's probably one, especially at the moment actually, of my most asked questions. Caroline, my skin is really sensitive, what can I do with it? So using products like this can really help, and I'll go through exactly why. I thought I'd start with like a makeup series first, as in cleansing. So we're going to talk about cleansing in the morning and then cleansing in the evening, so pre and post makeup. So how do you know if you've got sensitive skin? I mean, a lot of us already do, because it doesn't feel very nice. It feels really tight and dry, especially, again, after cleansing. If you're using products that are really stripping your skin, maybe they contain soap, maybe they contain alcohol, maybe they're very drying, you'll feel that initially and you'll know that product is wrong for you. A slight soreness, maybe kind of like a slight irritation if you're using any makeup products. Cetaphil really aims to help people with sensitive skin, and most of their products are firstly enriched with lots of glycerin, which helps to prevent dryness, niacinamide to strengthen our skin barrier, and panthenol to kind of restore and soothe dry skin. So let me show you what we have. In the morning, I would suggest that you start with a gentle cream cleanser. Great little pump actions, comes out super quick. You don't actually even need to use it with water. You can just basically massage it into your skin. I don't need to demonstrate that to you guys now. I know you know how to put cleanser on. So obviously you're going to rinse it with water, but it just works really easily into the skin. So this is soap-free and it's fragrance-free. Two really important things that I talked about earlier. And as it cleans your skin, it hydrates it as well. And that's a perfect state for you then to go in and apply your SPF. Now this is the Daily Defense SPF 50, and it's a broad spectrum UVA and UVB. Now I tend to be much more generous these days, if I'm honest, than I used to be, just because I'm having the treatments on my skin, etc. I kind of just do like a couple of layers of the SPF. This is super light, blends well into the skin, and I really feel that especially these areas here where I've got my pigmentation, I've got that brilliant protection. Again, you need to find the right SPF that works well under makeup, and this doesn't leave my skin too greasy. The makeup, as you'll see in a moment, just glides easily. Oh, that's so nice. Easily over my skin, and you can see that the colour, well, there is no colour. It doesn't leave that horrible sort of like white cast, but it's still got that brilliant high protection. Okay, good. So live your life, have a great day, pop your makeup on, and then come to the night time when you want to remove and cleanse your skin. So this is the hydrating foaming cleanser, and I'm just going to show you the difference in consistency. So compared to the one that we use in the morning, this is really lovely and creamy. It feels so nice. Again, remove it off, and when you feel your skin afterwards, it will feel baby soft. So I hope that's helpful. Sometimes you just need those little bits of nuggets of information to kind of go, right, that's the one that I'm going to choose. So if you're feeling that your skin is a little bit topsy-turvy, a little bit sensitive, and you want something to take care of it, to nourish it, to heal it, to be gentle with it, I highly recommend Cetaphil. Okay, so let's get on with the makeup. So I am going to start with Lisa's Seamless Skin. I mean, it's such beautiful packaging. It's one of those sort of products that you can just like play with and enjoy. I've got shade 11. Now this was my winter shade. I'm probably 13 now as I've got a little bit more warmth, but this will still work for the purposes of the film. It is, for those of you who've tried it, I know you'll agree with me, it's one of those products that sort of feels almost like skincare when you put it on, but it also has that kind of luxurious coverage and finish of a really premium foundation. It goes on as light as you want or as heavy as you want, allowing it to be one of those products that you can use for all areas, for all skins. Whether your skin is dry, whether your skin is combination, this formula seems to really work. From what I've read and from what I've talked about with other makeup artists and followers of mine who love this product, it just really is a kind of winner chicken dinner, as they would say. As you can see how it glides over my skin, correcting the colour of that pigmentation quite seamlessly. See, get that? Seamlessly? Come on, Lisa, you know what you're doing. And I've got way too much in my eyebrow. So always glamorous, keeping it real at all times. So I'm going to place on as much as I can around my area there, and then I'm probably just going to take a little buffing brush, my Kit Coat, and this is a nice firm buffing brush because I want to push the product into my skin. I think I've talked about this a few times about how brushes work, and whether you use a fluffy brush or whether you use a firm brush like I'm using now, what does that do to affect the skin? Well, a brush like this really helps to push the product, like I said, into the skin, because I don't want to remove it. I want to add the colour to my face and let it sit seamlessly with my pores so that it kind of becomes one. And then I'm going to take a little fluffy brush, again with the same product, because I want a lighter application just on the inner corner here. So if you're someone who doesn't really like to use concealer, you can use your foundation, but just change the tool that you put it on with. Very annoying, a couple of little pimples here, which is sort of random to have pimples on my top lip. I've had enough in my time, gosh. Top lip, not many. Right, there we go. And then of course, if you want to add just a little bit more to kind of touch up. But you see how, I mean, that took me, what, just a couple of minutes to blend in. I mean, I'm being really pedantic, aren't I, about the colour, but you can probably see it's just a little too light. But actually, if I added a little bit of warmth, then you probably actually won't notice that so much. So, what shall I do first? Okay, well, let me show you the colour. It's Velvet Bloom. Look at this. It's a really like warm cerise pink. And Lisa had it on. We had a beautiful breakfast in the Brasserie of Light in Selfridges, and she had this pale pink suit on, you know, shocking, gorgeous alabaster skin and dark hair, and then this bright lip. And I was like, what's that lip? And then very kindly, she gave us all a Velvet Bloom. So this is the new colour. So I thought that works quite well with denim, and because we're wearing lots of denim at the moment, well, maybe we wear it all the time. I do tend to wear it more in the summer. Do you? Or do you wear denim all year round? Question. So now I was going to show you Cinnabar. Now Cinnabar is a really beautiful palette, but this is warm and pinky, and this is kind of pinky apricot-y. This would work with the darker colours, probably better on someone with dark eyes and dark hair. But with this together, it sort of becomes a little bit of a clash, but not in a good way. So I'm going to use the lightest colour because I want to kind of keep my eyes light and bright with a bit of glimmer. So I'm just going to use a touch of the cream eyeshadow in Cressida and then work in a bit of the neutral shape to kind of balance with that lip. How I'm going to work the cheek, I don't know, because I love soap, what's it called? Pink soap, the enlivening blush. It is called pink soap, isn't it? And I don't think she's got it in stock anymore, and I'm so bored of telling you things to to use and then that's not in stock. So whether she's discontinuing these, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll get on with it, for goodness sake. So let's start with Cressida first, and this is one of the lovely shades that gives brightness. When you're feeling tired and you're feeling a bit grey, oh, this is just brilliant to really brighten up your complexion, brighten up tired eyes. These go on really cooling and they blend really well, even with a bit of powder. So I'm going to show you how to shape the eye. And also it doesn't finish too sparkly. So sometimes if you use these products, maybe I've used them, not these ones, but like a creamy eyeshadow, and I've used it on a client just in this area here to kind of really add that sort of brightness. You end up with like little particles of glitter, but you don't have that with this. It just gives that brightness. Now that needs to be blended. So I'm just going to take that soft brush again because I don't want to remove too much. I just want to feather the edges and then stretch, you know, so it doesn't build up too much. I'm not going to get those lines because I've put too much product there. I'm going to just stretch that across there. And I might just add a little bit under my brow as well. Add a little bit of shape there and just a bit of height. I might just take that off here. Lovely. So you can see already, ta-da, how much more awake that I look. So let's go in with a really neutral colour here. Such a nice palette. It just doesn't really work with the lip. And I'm just going to really fill in my socket to make my eye look a bit bigger. So that it almost becomes part of my face rather than actually like, oh look, she's got a nice sort of dark socket on. It just naturally sculpts and shapes my eye, making it look wider and larger. Oh, good little, craning my neck, a good little tip is just to knock back your neck, stick your chin up, and that creates a nice socket if, you know, you don't have one. That will just help you push the colour right into the centre of your eye there. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to go with the dark. Maybe should I go with the brown? Let's have a look at these two colours. So that's, I think that's going to be too warm. So let's go in with the darker shade. And I'm just going to layer that on the outside and see how that works, just for a little something. Don't want to do it too much because then with the dark colour it will, the dark lip, it will just all look a bit too dressed up. I'm just trying to shape my eye by just layering that. So I'm just planting this on so that I keep the rest of my lid sort of free, and then we'll blend in. So planting on the outside and just blending back into that socket. And then back in there. Oh, can you hear the little birds? A lovely bird's nest outside my window here. Oh, they chirp away all day. It's so lovely. Well, actually they chirp from 4 AM, which is not so lovely, but actually it is. I'm going to blend that through with a bigger, cleaner brush to connect in, and then I'll probably go back in with the Cressida just to kind of make sure that flows really well. But can you see that almost looks like something of nothing now? Just the natural shape of my eye. And it's always nice to fuse two colours together because it just takes on another dimension and it doesn't look flat. Let's go back with the Cressida. And take that across this area here. Because this is nice, this part of the eye here, where you get that nice kick of light. I love that underneath. Oh, here we go. Chaos comes. Let's take that off there. Probably need to patch that up now. Good. I love the fact that when I put makeup on, I just become quite calm. Actually, mostly calm with you guys. Not necessarily calm in the morning when I'm trying to get kids to school, trying to get out the door and look like I am a makeup artist. I actually wear quite simple makeup to work. Don't like to look too fussy. There we are. Oh, so nice. God, if that hits a really strong light, I'd get a really beautiful glow from that. I'm going to let that settle in. Let me touch up my base slightly. That nose. Get under my eyes. And it wears really well, the seamless skin as well. It just does what it says on the box. Right, just need to make my brows a bit more fabulous, and I'm going to be using Nabla's Brow Ambition. I've been really enjoying this shade. It's pretty like blonde or something, like ash blonde, yeah. I'm really loving the delivery system in this. It really does help the ink to flow out evenly, and compared to some of the other ones that I've used, it seems, this is the first one I've ever bought, to actually really last a long time. So I'm going to fill in that little bit here. Just nice and gently. I'm sure Lisa will expand her range very soon. I know she's got some, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but some new lipsticks coming in a different formula. Let's leave it at that. Which she's very excited about, and so am I. Because honestly, I couldn't really do as good a job at work sometimes if I didn't have her lipsticks, because they just create such a lovely lip shape. And I feel confident when my artist goes that it stays put. Now I like a little brush through just to break it up, so it doesn't look too sketched. Right, let me do mascara. I'm going to be using Kiko Maxi Mod. Again, I love this because of the brush. Look at the state of my hands. Helps me to get right in, and it's got the nice gaps in between the bristles so that you can ensure that you get lots and lots of mascara on. Okay, so I'm just going to do the mascara on the top only, because if I did it on the bottom too, it would just be, in my opinion, for my face, just a bit too much. So I'm going to mix a little bit of the Elevated Glow in Pink Moon in with the lippy, but maybe I'll do that afterwards. I'll just put the highlighter on first. I don't normally use a pinky tone, but I tried it the other day, literally by accident. And I thought, ooh, I love this. I'm always a sort of like soft, goldy kind of hue. And I really loved how the pink picked up. And again, I love pink and denim. So I just wanted to place this, and maybe I just connect it with Cressida as well. So I'm going to use the lovely Elevated Glow there, and then I'll blend it in with the blush very lightly, because obviously the blushes, the lipsticks are really pigmented, so you have to go super easy. Look at that lovely shine. I look airbrushed, literally airbrushed. And you know what I've got to go and do now? I've got to go to Sainsbury's. Oh my God, my children are eating so much food. So I have 3 boys, if you don't know. Oh my God. 19, 17 and 11. And oh my God, literally went shopping 2 days ago. And all they do is just open the fridge and go, well, there's no food! Like, I mean, there was 48 hours ago. Right. Okay, so let's get on with the lippy. Okay, just look how effortless this is. So look, almost a perfect mouth shape just with rubbing my lips together. Okay, I'm going to use this flat brow Tweezerman brush because I do like a straight edge for my lip brushes. How it's just so chic, isn't it? And just so put together. I love it. Now, what I would suggest that you do is take the lipstick and just blend it, maybe in the sort of remnants, right, of the blusher, the highlighter. I'm going to get a softer brush, bear with me. And I'm going to go small again. This is one of Otis's brushes. Blend it in and just really very lightly give myself, look, here we are, I've got a nice palette. That's, oh, there we are, that's the nice balance. So yes, do your lips first and then just take it off with a nice soft brush. And then blend it together, so pretty. See, that looks, or should look, lovely and radiant. So let me put a little bit more. I'm going to take it off my lips and I'll go back and do my lips. So putting the Pink Moon on my hand, take the colour off my lips, mix it together, and that should be slightly quicker. Lovely. Very soft. There we are. Very soft, just really lightly, just delicately. There we go. Let's go a little bit with Velvet Bloom again. And just probably need to fill in that lip a bit more to get the balance. Remove from the old teeth. And just to finish off, I'll just soften that on the top lip. Take off my makeup off my mole. And there we have it. Good. A really fun, beautiful and dead classy, I'd say. Dead classy denim makeup look. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much to Cetaphil. I hope you've learned a few little bits on that and the difference of ingredients and formulations for the different times of day. And I hope you'd enjoyed the makeup. And I look forward to your comments below. Bye for now.